The Ravens played a very tight game against a very talented LA Chargers team, pulling out the win 20-10. This game was a absolute masterful job from the Ravens defense. I mean, I can't say enough about it. They've been awesome all year long. This is one of their best showings, in my opinion, holding down an offense that has the ability to score anywhere from 30 to 40 points in the blink of an eye. They've got talent across the board with Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and of course Justin Herbert at quarterback. And these guys have the ability to light it up. So for this defense to hold that high-powered offense to just 10 points, this says a lot about how confident Ravens fans should be in that defense, that they have the ability to do that against any offense in the NFL at this point, just from what I've seen. The offense was, at times, it got to a really great start. They're really moving the ball really well, but there were times where the offense kind of got a little stalemated. Lamar Jackson, again, no turnovers, threw one touchdown to Zay Flowers, had that last exchange with Zay Flowers that took it to the house for that final score to kind of really put the game to bed. That exchange was scary. If you looked at it, it kind of, for me, felt like it was in slow motion. It almost like they were about to fumble it, but thank God they didn't. And that's how the Ravens pulled out this win. I'll say this. There were a few questionable calls when it came to whether or not it was a first down or not. I thought Lamar's run was a little bit short, but the completion of Nelson Aguilar looked like a first down to me. But according to the referees, it wasn't. The Ravens sideline was apparently under the impression that they did have a first down before running that next play. But albeit I understand wanting to run tempo, wanting to keep the defense all balanced. But there are times where you would like Coach Harbaugh and them to kind of hang on a second, check out the replay, and see where they're spotting the football before running another play right off the bat. The Ravens do pretty well traditionally on going for it on fourth down, so you understand why they did it. You kind of get it. It's a short yardage situation. You like Gus Edwards with the ball in his hands in a short yardage situation, but this time it didn't go for it, and you kind of want to look back and be like, okay, well maybe we should have waited to see what the spotting was, or if it was something that John Harbaugh could challenge. Regardless, able to pull out another win on the road, going into the bye week, which is long overdue for the Ravens. They've gone through a rough stretch. But looking at all their games, just like you just still look at it like they should be 12-0. They should be undefeated right now. They've had to lead in all 12 of their games this season. For a minute, it looked like they were about to blow another lead, but Zay Flowers and Lamar really put that to bed, which is great. Now going into the bye week, you got a big brutal stretch coming up to end the regular season. There are no more easy games for the Ravens to end this regular season. Coming back, you got the Rams at home. The Rams are not going to be an easy game at all. They have the ability to beat anybody. They have a good offense. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams. These guys can ball. They have the ability to put up some points. And of course, you got Aaron Donald back there on their defense. So definitely not going to be an easy game coming up. After that, you got at Jacksonville, at San Francisco, and then home against the Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers to end the season. So these are 5 playoff caliber teams. I think 4 of them are firmly in the playoffs as we speak. Jacksonville is nibbling at the Ravens' heels right now for the number 1 seed in the AFC. So I don't need to really say how critical these last 5 games are going to be. I feel like the Ravens really can't afford to have a loss right now, just considering how tight it is at the top. And I think to have the AFC playoffs run through Baltimore would be huge for this team. I think it will bode very well for them as they attempt to make their way to the Super Bowl. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't see why the Ravens can't make it to the Super Bowl. All bias aside, I look at this team. I look how the offense has been run. I look at the different options for Lamar Jackson now. It's not just Mark Andrews, who we initially fear will be out for the season, has a chance to come back maybe deep in the playoffs. You've got Zay Flowers now. You've got Odell Beckham Jr. starting to look like the old OBJ. You've got Devin Duvernay. You got Rashad Bateman. You got Nelson Aguilar, who has, in spots has been really good, I feel like. And then I can't say enough about Isaiah Likely. I thought he really did an awesome job filling in for Andrews, as I predicted. I told you guys last week I had a lot of confidence in Isaiah Likely and his ability. I saw enough last year to say that this guy has the ability to fill in very well if Mark Andrews were to go down with an injury and have to miss some games. And last night was just the beginning of what I think is going to be a good stretch for Isaiah Likely. The running game was not as effective as well. I think starting off it wasn't as effective as you would like. Gus Edwards didn't really have his the game that he's had in the past 3 games. Didn't find the end zone. But I gotta say, Keaton Mitchell, this guy is going to be. I think he has the ability to be running back number one for the Ravens going into next season. I mean, just this guy provides the explosion that this running attack needs. Not that it wasn't already dynamic, but just to add an explosive piece like Keaton Mitchell with a ground and pound running back like Gus Edwards, with the dynamic ability of a Lamar Jackson, with the dynamic ability of a Zay Flowers in the running game. I think Keaton Mitchell just adds yet another layer that makes it just really hard for defense to deal with, and it's an extra weapon that you can never have enough weapons when it comes to the NFL going into the playoffs. I think Keaton Mitchell is going to be vital as down this final stretch going into the playoffs. Tough win. It was good to come out 9-3 and sitting at number one in the AFC right now going into the bye week. We got an exciting finish, coming up for this NFL season. So I can't wait to see what happens.